Jeff Lenzen, weekends on News 3 at 6 and 10.
Soldier Field, Chicago, the NFC wildcard game. Dallas 10, Chicago 3 at the half. Now for a report, let's go down to Leslie Visser.
Pat, as you know, the Cowboys have been tough on the road this year, and they're proving it again today. They have a blocked punt, they have interceptions, they have goal line stands. Offensive coordinator Norv Turner told me their only complaint offensively is they haven't had the ball enough. He said they're pleased with Steve Beuerlein, even though he's only 4 of 8. That's because there are no negative plays, no fumbles, and no interceptions. Could be more bad news for the Bears. They have to, could be more bad news for the Bears. They've been an excellent fourth-quarter team, the Cowboys. For more on the Bears, let's go over to Pat O'Brien.
All right, Leslie, thank you. No secret what's going on over here. Mike Ditka had told us before the game that they wanted to score early. That hasn't happened. Now they're in a hole and not a great catch-up team. As for this inside the 5 stuff, Greg Landry, the offensive coordinator, says if they get down there again, they plan to throw the ball. Mike Ditka says, hey, I feel fine. They haven't done anything to us. We're doing it to ourselves. Let's go back up to the booth.
Pat Summerall here with John Madden. And John, your impressions of the first half, as we pointed out, or tried to point out earlier, that Dallas defense has been out on the field an awful long time.
Yeah, and they did play very well, especially as the Bears got closer to the goal line. I think the Bears got down there, and then the Dallas defense just stiffened. And as Leslie was saying, Norv Turner was saying that they haven't had the ball a lot. The Cowboys haven't, but they haven't had any bad plays. And I think that can hurt you, too, because somewhere along the line, everything has been going your way. You've been stopping them. You've been getting the turnovers, but you only have a 7-point lead.
Why do you think it is? And we were talking about this the other day. When people say the defense has been out there a long time, you don't ever worry about the offense. The offense is not supposed to get tired, I guess.
I know. I've never understood that, but I guess the offense knows where it's going, and everyone loves offense.
What do you see coming up in the second half?
I think it's going to go right down to the end of the fourth quarter.
We'll be ready for the start of the second half when we come back.
187. The Cowboys 100.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football Conference Wild Card game is sponsored by Chevrolet, the heartbeat of America, the cars more people depend on. UPS offering 10:30 guaranteed overnight air delivery. And by Miller Lite, it's it, and that's that.
Ready to begin the second half. Pat Summerall with John Madden. The Cowboys leading the Bears 10-3 on what, for this time of year in Chicago, is an unseasonably warm day. Temperature about 40 degrees when the game began. Sort of damp and foggy and overcast, but the temperature and the wind have not been a factor.
Especially when you're here in December, the last day of December, and you see guys out in a boat.
Yeah.
You know that it's unseasonably warm.
Don't you, though?
Usually you see ice skaters out there.
Gardocki will kick it off. And it goes out of bounds. Not too pleased with that performance, Chris Gardocki. Halftime statistics controlled by the Bears. Look how much time they had the ball.
And that's the thing you were just talking about, that means that the Cowboy defense was out there that whole time, and the Cowboy offense really doesn't have a feel of what they have to do. The whole story of the game, I think, has been the turnovers, the blocked punt, and then that's been the offense for the Cowboys, and then the Bears not being able to score when they get down to the goal line.
Dallas leading 10-3. First series of the second half. Beuerlein. Going deep. Alvin Harper makes the reception, and it's a completion. Stinson was the Bear defender, but a 38-yard gain.
That was a good decision because they knew that Michael Irvin was getting all the coverage. So what they did is they decided, well, let's go the other way. Let's work on Lemuel Stinson. We know where he's going to be because he's going to be on Alvin Harper. Now, that was one that you have to give to the coaches. You know, you say, what do they do at halftime? They go in there and they talk about what they're going to do the first time they got the ball. That was their idea. Let's go to Alvin Harper deep on the first play.
The Cowboys huddled up quickly and tried to get a play run, but they're going to review this to see if Harper did indeed stay in bounds. Replay has looked, we're told, and it stands as called.
Hey, that's a heck of a throw for Beuerlein, too, coming out. You can see both feet were in.
Yep.
But, you know, after you go in and you're in the locker room and you're not warmed up, to be able to make that throw, the first play of the second half, is a big play.
Bears blitz, Beuerlein throws. Intended for Irvin, incomplete, covered by Donnell Wolford.
Donnell Wolford is the best cover guy of the Bears, and he is going to take Michael Irvin. Wherever Irvin goes, if Irvin goes right or left, Donnell Wolford's going on that side. You see how he got his left arm in there? That's smart, because if you get your arm in there, then the guy's momentum will take you in the direction that his pattern is going.
And if Michael Irvin gets his hands on you, he is an artist at pushing off the defensive back.
Well, he's not real fast, but he's big and strong.
Emmitt Smith hitting the backfield. First by Dent, then by Perry. A loss of 3.
I always say about Richard Dent, he plays at a bunch of different levels, and you're going to see him get the penetration. He's going to come right up the middle, get the penetration right there. See, right there, and then the guy that's with him is Perry. And Emmitt Smith couldn't see daylight. The Bears moved Dent all around. We've seen him outside as a right end. We've seen him standing outside as a linebacker. And we've also seen him inside, like an inside linebacker on that one. Now he's down as a normal defensive end.
Here's Beuerlein. The Bears blitz again. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Calvin Martin. After the long completion to Harper, the Bears stiffen. And here comes Willis.
Now that was David Tate, number 49, that comes on a blitz. Watch McMichael there. He's in the middle, and he's telling them what the heck they're going to do. There's Tate. He comes from deep. You see, and he just times it. Of course, when a guy comes that deep, he's not going to be counted for, so he won't be blocked.
From 47 yards out, Willis will try with Novacek holding. Nowhere near. What wind there is was in his face, but that didn't come close. And it remains 10-3.
A mistake was made. Okay, we forgot. We overlooked it.
Say you need something sent overnight. There are a few companies you can call. But say you need it Saturday morning, guaranteed. There are 2. But only one is so efficient.
Bobby, just give me a couple of minutes.
They get it there on time for far less, which is why to some, there is only one. UPS.
12, here's 12. 40. Let's go get them up.
To an engineer, Chevy Lumina APV is corrosion-proof polyurea body panels, molded Velusta Cup resilience, modular seating for 7,
Join us? Yay!
computer-modulated anti-lock brakes. But to them all, the Chevy Lumina APV
Okay?
is a lot of innovation that makes her life
You guys do great.
a lot easier. No wonder more people depend on it. The heartbeat of America. And now it's easy to win with the heartbeat.
On the 3rd Sunday in August, this place turns from a hard-working ranch town into a hard-riding rodeo town. And folks like us take it on the chin, in our backs, and about everywhere else. That's why most of us here rely on Tylenol. With all the choices Doc Hall has, he gives us the same thing he takes himself.
From small-town doctors to big city hospitals, Tylenol's the pain reliever America counts on.
Hang on, Doc!
It's the one hospitals use most.
Dallas 10, the Bears 3. 13:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Cowboys blocked the punt. Emmitt Smith scored their touchdown. Willis hit 1 field goal. He's missed 2. That was after a turnover. Well, that's how they got the 10 points.
It's going to be interesting. Remember the life that Darren Lewis gave the Bears at the end of the first half. You wonder if it's going to carry over and he can do the same thing in the second half.
He's the lone setback. Anderson split out to the right. Harbaugh goes the other way. Davis, 9-yard gain. Larry Brown made the stop.
You know what's been interesting? The field really isn't in good shape. As you said, the middle of the field is kind of all not much there. All it is painted dirt out there. But in all, the footing has been pretty good down there. And I think that both teams were worried about that. The Bears came down and practiced on Soldier Field during the week. The Cowboys came out. It was covered last night. They couldn't even see it. But everyone was concerned about the footing, and I don't think that has come into play yet.
I haven't seen too many people slipping. Short yardage by Anderson, but enough for a first down, tripped up by Tony Tolbert.
Neil Anderson just hasn't been able to get uncorked here today, neither running or pass receiving. Again, Darren Lewis was the guy that gave the Bears a life, the rookie.
Well, you have to know that Neil Anderson, the way he's running, is not 100%.
Yeah, and especially when you look at his statistics, he's carried the ball 10 times for 9 yards and has not caught a pass. And yesterday he felt pretty fired up, and Mike Ditka said that he thinks he's as healthy as he's been in a long time.
He's in motion this time. Harbaugh back to throw it, and does complete to Davis. Knocked out of bounds by Holt, but another Bear first down.
Yeah, the Bears and Harbaugh have really been moving the ball pretty well and throwing the ball and doing those kinds of things. It's just being able to keep it going. And then the big thing, they've done all those things, moving, running, passing, but they only have 3 points.
Once they get in that red zone inside the 20, things start to bog down.
You know, and it can be a smart aleck answer sometimes, but if you ask Mike Ditka, what do you have to do? He'll just say score, and it is a smart aleck answer sometimes, but it's also the truth.
Harbaugh to throw. It's out of the pocket and down inside the Cowboy 45, a scramble of 4 yards. Smith took him down.
Well, you know, James Thornton hurt his ankle again, and he's coming limping off the field. And I think Thornton was the guy that he was going to. Thornton's just getting to the sideline now, and he's had trouble with that foot all year. And then against Detroit, he hurt his ankle, and it looked like he hurt it again on that play. And I think he hurt it just before Harbaugh was going to throw the ball to him.
Anytime he tries to change direction, he aggravates it, it seems. Second down. That's Lewis. Tripped up by Norton, but he's close to another Bear first down. A 5-yard gain by Darren Lewis.
The guy who's been in on a lot of plays, Ken Norton. You know, he's coming along. Norton, Del Rio, those guys are doing a good job as a linebacker of this Cowboy team. And then inside, Russell Maryland starting to play, the #1 draft choice. Jim Jeffcoat has played as well today as I've seen him in a while.
Tony Casillas is steady.
Yeah, they, you know, this is a battle that Jimmy Johnson thought that they may lose, but they've been playing a very scrappy defensive game.
3rd and short. Harbaugh comes this way. He's coming out with it. Harbaugh gets the first down inside the Dallas 30. 10-yard gain for Harbaugh.
You know, who did a good job on that was James Thornton. We were just talking about him. We saw him go limping off, and he was back on that. It's tough because it's a bootleg, and it's a bootleg pass or run. So here's Thornton down there as a receiver. So he either has to be a receiver or he has to be a blocker. Now watch what happens as the ball comes out here. Thornton is number 80 here, and now he sneaks out here. Now if we could just stop it right here, we see the bind. Here he is as a receiver. Here's Harbaugh. Now he has to become a blocker, which he did. They got the first down.
Harbaugh going deep, and he's got Waddle. Not quite. He had to turn around and lost a step. Waddle was 10 yards behind everybody.
And that is the second time that's happened to Waddle today. In the first half, he was wide open on the right side. Harbaugh didn't see him. That time he saw him and overthrew him. But that is just out of his reach. In fact, if he runs through that, he may catch that. I mean, you can't say that that's a bad catch, but you also can't say that's a bad throw. That was a pretty darn good throw by Harbaugh.
On second down, they give to Lewis again. To about the 25. Gain of 4.
Lewis is frustrating this Cowboy defense and coaches because he doesn't give you something to hit, too. Did you see how he starts? He runs that trap, and then he turns sideways there. And then they've missed tackles on Darren Lewis, and I think part of it may be poor tackling, but I think a large part of it is Darren Lewis is running.
Bears out in a hurry as the Cowboys try to make some substitutions. There's a little confusion on their defense right now. They got nobody deep. Harbaugh's changing the play. That's going to be incomplete. Jimmy Jones came clean and forced Harbaugh to hurry.
And he knew that he had to hurry, so he knew that there was no help deep, as you said. So he was going to work on the rookie corner, Larry Brown. Brown had very good coverage. There was nothing there. Like, watch down there at the bottom. You see, that's where Brown is. He gets his hand. The receiver slips a little, and there's nothing for him at all.
You ready for a fake field goal, maybe? Harbaugh will hold for Butler. Butler's good. It didn't look too pretty, but it's 10-6. 8:25 left to play in the third quarter. Kevin Butler, who just kicked that field goal, side around side.
Well, it came out of there like a knuckleball.
Yeah.
You can see the way he got so excited there. I don't think he thought he had that much distance in him.
I don't think he did either. Gardocki will do the kicking off. Alexander Wright and Gant are deep. Wright. Now he's got some speed. But he also needs some room. Sorich led the special teams down.
There's old Glenn Kozlowski there. He came out with a ball somehow. I think anytime you're going to see a pile on a special team, you're going to find old Kozlowski down there under it. And anytime you're going to see a guy scrapping for the ball, there's going to be a Kozlowski there. They're taking Tom Waddle off the field. They've been spending a lot of time looking or working on him. They've been giving him smelling salts most of the day, and now they're taking him off the field.
Give him a new battery, maybe. Singletary stopped Emmitt Smith.
Whatever it is, his legs aren't hurt because they got him running off the field. You don't find that much. That combination of a guy going off the field during the game running. Whatever it is, they're not going to start working on him until they get him in the house.
They call that area Bear Alley. At least the Bear locker room.
And this crowd is starting to come alive too, Pat. There's a different intensity in this crowd level.
Look at Richard Dent. Here's Beuerlein. To Urban. Midfield.
You know, you talk about the guy, you know if you're going to run, they're going to run it to Emmitt Smith. You know if they're going to throw short, probably Jay Novacek. But if you're going to go up the field, you're going to throw it to this guy. And that's his #1 pattern, that deep in pattern. He just comes up, he takes in, and he's so big that he can get his body between the quarterback and the defender.
Irvin comes to the left this time. Wolford comes with him. Harper split wide to the right. Johnston in motion. Emmitt Smith Through the pile about the 44, a gain of 7. Waddle, we just saw hit it from the dressing room a minute ago, has a bruised sternum. So they've taken him in for x-rays. That's Singletary and William Perry both still down.
I don't know that Perry was down. I think Singletary was down, and he was down on Perry.
Glad it wasn't the other way around.
It's wintertime at your Chevy Geo dealer. A great time to get big deals on Chevrolets.
$1,000 cash back.
Hey, that's worth more than my baseball card. During wintertime, you can get cash back or low wintertime financing with no payments for 90 days on Chevy. With deals like these, anybody can be a winner.
Dad, it's Bob Uecker.
Hey, kid, you want an autograph?
No, thanks.
Are you kidding? Sure you can have two. Great kid. See your Chevy Geo dealer today.
It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Get your own original Indiana Jones videos at McDonald's. Just $5.99 each with the purchase of any large sandwich all day long. Step on down to your McDonald's today and get an Indy video for just $5.99 each. The best price ever with the purchase of any large sandwich any time of day. Collect all 3. Just stop by McDonald's and ask for today's video. But hurry before this offer disappears.
To me, there's nothing better than winning a Super Bowl or a NASCAR race. That's why Interstate's my kind of battery. Get an Interstate battery from automotive service, repair, and parts centers everywhere and win with Interstate.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tots, the premium choice.
Should old acquaintance be forgot? Who cares? Just catch the offensive assault of Illinois against UCLA. New Year's Eve Day, the John Hancock Bowl. Happy, happy New Year.
Mike Singletary got up. He was the injured Bear on the previous play. Got up in obvious pain, but Dante Jones has replaced him. That's Emmett Smith. And Jones made the stop.
Now, the other guy that was there was a fridge. You know, one thing about him, I mean, you know, his size has gotten away from him a little bit, but you forget to say that the guy is still a good football player, and that he can play the run very well. And he just controlled that side and goes right down the line. You're not going to run at him, and it's tough if you run to the right. It's tough to cut back there. I mean, he kind of polices that middle pretty well.
1st and 10 Cowboys. Beuerlein will throw it on 1st down. Gets it to Harper to the Bear 25. 15-yard pickup and a flag on the play.
It's going to be back there in the area of offensive holding against the Cowboys.
That's what it is.
And you see the flag back there, and you're going to make a guess. That's a guess you make.
Holding. Offense. Number 53. 10-yard penalty. Repeat the down. 1st down.
Waddle is back. Stepnoski.
Stepnoski. Yeah, he's the center. You watch number 53 there. He's blocking on McMichael. He gets his left hand up and then pushes with his right. I think the left hand, they could have called that. And then if they didn't, they probably called when the right hand pushed him down.
There's Brad Muster back out of uniform in civilian clothes now.
And you can tell just the way he was moving gingerly that right knee is really bothering.
1st down, Cowboys midfield. Beuerlein gives to Emmett Smith. Smith gets back to about the 38-yard line, a gain of 11. He is amazing.
I'll tell you, good blocking, but does he finish it off at the end? Watch the blocking in the middle. That allows the first hole. Then he's going to cut back in and watch him hit Mark Carrier at the end. There you go, boom, and right on his back. That's what you talk about when you say, how do you finish off a run? This is how you finish off a run. Where the defensive guy goes backward.
Well, it's as he said, he never gives you that much to hit.
And then you think he's not going to give you much, and boom, he gives you a big shoulder.
2nd down. They need about 9. Beuerlein back to throw it. incomplete. Intended for Irvin over his head.
Michael Irvin catches more passes than anyone. He's in the Pro Bowl this year. One of the best receivers in the game. He's going to be for a long time. Donnell Wolford really has his work cut out because he is playing them all over the field today.
Well, you know, when we were talking to the coaches yesterday, Norvell Turner was saying one of the reasons he's so effective is because he doesn't mind coming across the middle.
Yeah, and they'll always be effective. The guys that'll go inside will always be the most effective receiver. That's what Jerry Rice will do, too.
They're showing blitz, and here they come. Beuerlein out to Michael Irvin. Got away from 2, got away from a 3rd, and went out of bounds. A Dallas first down at about the 11. Carrier finally took him down.
And you know the thing about Michael Irvin, I think he enjoys being a star. I think he loves this game. He loves the lifestyle. He has fun playing the game. Watch what he did to Wolford. He told him he was going deep, then he pushed him up, then he ran the out, then he caught the ball. He knew that's not the end of it. He starts making some more moves. Watch it. You can just catch the ball, but after you do that, you're still a football player. Boom, 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 boom. That's the old street move there. And then you cut back, you wait for a block, pick up another 5-6 yards.
And then you protect the ball.
And get out of bounds.
First down, Dallas. Beuerlein. Deep for Harper, incomplete, no flags. Stinson was with him.
You know, the Cowboys won 5 in a row, and that was that big run, and this guy here has been a big part of their offense. If you look at the percentage of total yards in the last 5 games, Michael Irvin has been 41% of it.
That's incredible. If you put him, Irvin, and Emmitt Smith together, that would almost be 100%.
So far in this game, he's been 32%.
On second down, pass incomplete, intended for Novacek. A flag on the play.
I'll tell you, Beuerlein saw that all the way. Look at the first guy down there is Beuerlein. He ran down there. He threw the ball, then he started calling it. He threw it, and then he followed. He started running down there pointing, but there was a penalty on the play.
David Tate was the defender.
Well, if you would let him, quarterbacks could be pretty good officials as far as pass interference because they see the whole thing.
Defense, number 49, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Number 49 is David Tate. And you see that he came in there after. It looked like to me that it was after the guy threw the ball.
Gives the Cowboys a first down. Let's look at it again.
That's 49 right there. I think the ball was already there. I think Beuerlein may have talked him into one there. You got to let defenders play.
Smith to about the 9, stopped by Perry and James Williams. Second down. Mike Ditka's play list.
Well, he has his game plan there. You take the game plan and then you shorten it down to the list of plays that you want to run. Of course, the Cowboys have had the ball for a long time, so Ditka hasn't been able to use that play list.
Second and 7. That's Smith to about the 3, stopped by Dent. That's close to a first down. 6 yards for Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, the Cowboys only have 5 running plays, and Emmitt Smith just makes about 20 out of them. You see that play, and most of them have been that way. He starts to the right, and then immediately he cuts it back to the left. Now watch this. This is probably called the even number holes in the right. This is probably called to the 4 hole. The minute he gets the ball, he sees a hole back the other way, and he starts to take it. He says when he gets the ball, he can see from one side of the defense to the other side.
He got to the 4, so that makes it 3rd and 2. Smith the lone setback. They give it to Emmitt Smith, and he'll have a first down. Maybe a touchdown. No signal yet.
First down. He looked like he pushed that pile all the way into the end zone. You know, again, some of these guys, some of these times you think these guys are little guys, but their legs are so powerful, they really have a push at the end of the run. Watch him here. Watch him push and drag and make everything go backward. And the guy that he was pushing backwards was William Perry.
That's a task.
That's a push. Look at him. He's making that defensive pile go backward.
David on the ground. Beuerlein missed the handoff to Smith. That was almost disaster. A loss of 6 yards.
Yeah, that is what makes coaches wonder what they're doing in this business. You're so close now. Now you not only lost all that yardage, but now you go from a running down to a passing down.
It just slipped out of Beuerlein's hand.
Yeah, it did. I mean, there was none. The ball just came out.
2nd and goal from the 7. Harper's the man in motion. It's to Emmitt Smith. Stopped by Morrissey. 4 yards for Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, that was the tough thing about that loss is they have to throw somewhere. They came back to Emmitt Smith, but if they're going to score a touchdown, I don't think they can run on this 3rd down. I think they have to pass and kick a field goal, or pass and make a touchdown, of course.
3rd and goal at the 3.
The other thing you can do, if you're going to run on 3rd down, then you have to determine right now that you're also going to run on 4th down if you don't make it.
2 tight ends to the left. Novacek, touchdown.
So it worked out for the Cowboys. They lost the ball. They lost the yard. It forced them into a passing down. So Beuerlein throws a touchdown to Novacek.
You know what else that drive did? It gave their defense a chance to rest.
And the other thing it did, it took the crowd out of this game. Because the crowd was just starting to get into the game. I'll tell you, that drive silenced this crowd.
Willis will try the extra point. 23 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Extra point is good at 17-6. Touchdown pass. Beuerlein to Novacek.
Hey, Beuerlein backs out. That means he's going to throw to the left. He's watching Jay Novacek all the way.
17-6. The Cowboys lead the Bears. 23 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. The man who just scored the touchdown, Jay Novacek. Darren Lewis and Dennis Gentry back deep for the Bears. Willis kickoff. Headed for Lewis. He fields it at the 15. Down at the 20. Smagala and Brownlow.
You know, I think the key thing, we saw that drive, obviously the key thing is a touchdown, but the other thing was it took 8 minutes off the clock and then got you a 17-6 lead. This is Smagala, one of the guys who's been the star. We talked about Gant being one of the guys. Smagala's another one of the guys. Bill Bates for years. These type of guys that have made the special teams another way for the Cowboys to win football games. They just don't get one guy down there around the ball. They get about 4 or 5 on those kicks.
Lewis and Anderson, the running back for Jim Harbaugh. Keith Jennings, the tight end in motion. Harbaugh. The Dallas pressure. Del Rio was the first man there, along with Jimmy Jones.
You know what the Cowboys are doing, Pat, is they're running what they call run blitzes on 1st down. And then when the Bears are going into 1st down, what they're doing is they're just running into the pass. Now here's Del Rio. He's going to come in here, run blitz to stop it, and then it's a pass, so he just keeps going. And he's right there. You see, this is a run blitz. Boom, he goes to hit that hole, and then it's a pass, and he's right there for the pass rush.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Dallas 17, the Bears 6. Our coverage will continue after this message from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.